I'm Branden Barber from Rainforest Rescue, and I'm really happy to be here with our partners John Rumney and Dean Miller of Great Barrier Reef Legacy. And one of the things that we often talk about but don't have enough, information to really go as deep as I would like is the integral relationship between the rainforest and the reef for reef health, rainforest health. And I wanted to ask John and Dean to give us their take on the importance of the whole reef to rainforest, rainforest to reef relationship.
Well, I think there's a few issues here. First, the most important one is when this was all rainforest, we had pristine, 100% live coral reefs right to the edge, like right off the coast, right even coming around the headland in Port Douglas into the river. So the place was a unified, connected system, very healthy. So then we've introduced a whole series of impacts, agricultural, grazing, tourism, fertilizer on lawns, lots of things. And that waterway and therefore the fringing reefs have been severely impacted. And we're talking silted, possibly over 80%, 90% death. Now as you get farther away from that impact, you get healthier and healthier reef. So that's sort of the first step, the fact that we've cleared it. But I think the exciting part of with the replanting it, as we see here, you have multiple benefits of also now adding the issues of carbon sequencing, but reducing that runoff that was causing the first impacts.
And Dean, you were telling me about the relationship between that water quality, in particular the nutrients, and how that impacted the coral's ability to propagate and grow.
Absolutely. So I think John was absolutely correct there. There's a really intricate connection between rainforest and reef, and a lot of it's got to do with the water quality. Where a system is operating effectively, you have nice, clean, clear water, lack of nutrients, lack of sediments coming into the Great Barrier Reef catchment. And what you tend to have with the Great Barrier Reef, plateau or the catchment area is fringing reef, mid-shell reef and offshore reef. And offshore reef is where most people go on their tourism activities, and it's the nice clean clear water, and it's where we see our beautiful corals. What you tend to get in the inshore reef and the mid-shore reef is a degraded system, and that's because of hundreds of years of deforestation, farming, sediment load, nutrient load, causing algal blooms, and as John said, you get that sort of sedimentation happening on the corals themselves. Now the coral reefs in that inshore and mid-shelf reef zone are really, really important for the entire reef ecosystem, because these are the little stepping stones for a lot of the reef organisms to make their way from being a tiny fish or an organism out to the outer reef where they live out their lives. So what you get is like a leapfrogging type of effect, where the nurseries are the mangroves and the forest water coming down through the mangroves, and you get that nursery effect where animals move out to the outer reef. Now if those inshore and mid-shelf reefs are degraded because of the sedimentation and the nutrient load, you're seeing a breakdown of that entire ecosystem. So water quality is absolutely crucial, and what we've done here today is grow a forest, and I think that's super exciting. And John tapped into this. You're not just planting a tree, you're sequestering carbon, you're combating climate change all at once, you're creating a new environment, you're saving the reef and the rainforest, and you're having a lot of fun doing it. I mean, it's the perfect link between rainforest and reef, and we did it here today.
And as well as all the animals.
It's habitat.
It's habitat for all that incredible diversity.
Right on. Well, thank you guys.
Thank you so much
so
for
grateful.
Putting your efforts into that to help save our reef.
Well, thank you guys. It's really wonderful being partnered with you.
Well, I think it's exciting because a lot of people talk about rainforest to reef. Very few people put it into action, but Rainforest Rescue, Great Barrier Reef Legacy, working together, getting it done. Branden, I'm excited about us working together because this allows us to expand our terrestrial arm, which is Great Barrier Reef Legacy.
I love it. I love it. Great Barrier Reef Legacy, ladies and gentlemen.
But we're excited. I mean, collaboration is key, and working together in two vastly different environments that impact each other and are intricately connected is really, really important. So get out there, plant a tree, go visit the reef, do all the great things, get involved.